Hey, we missed you for a week. Christy Andringa back with us in studio because you can, and finding your cleanse, I guess, which I have no idea exactly what it is because I showered.
Well,
is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, both you guys smell good, and so you're welcome.
Woo, glad you give me for that.
So that's that. Well, it's really kind of finding your edge in the midst of this cleanse that we're doing, and you know, Tracy and I were talking earlier. The word cleanse sort of freaks people out, like cleanse,
like whoa,
oh wow, what's that going to be? But really, all we're doing. So there's like 40 people that are doing this. We're on day 2 right now, and we're just eating fruits, vegetables, and some protein shakes and drinking water. Basically, we're getting rid of for 3 days sugar, because sugar, like anything, is addictive. I mean, listeners, look in your cabinet, in your pantry, at your breads and your crackers and your cereals. Manufacturers know that sugar's addictive, so they put it in our stuff when we don't know it's there because they want it's coming back for more, like a junkie, right? We're not having any alcohol. Wine is not a fruit, right? So we are omitting.
Are you sure?
Wait a second.
Sure?
I know.
I looked it up yesterday. Grapes are fruit.
Yeah,
I know.
Grapes?
Trust me, we've gone through this.
No.
So we're not, and then we're just trying to eat as many fruits and vegetables and some shakes and water and green tea, and basically sort of cleansing your system of. Not so much like, oh, I want to lose so much weight, but really it's about habits.
Sure.
So what we're talking about, here's an example. Rob, my husband, is doing the cleanse too. So all day yesterday, he ate great, had to go out to a dinner deal last night, ate some vegetables and made some good choices. Comes home last night, I'm sitting on the counter and I'm doing homework with the kids, and I see him walk over and take a bowl out and put it on the counter. And then he goes to the freezer and he takes ice cream out and he puts it on the counter. Now listen, he's not even trying to hide this. And then I know what he's doing. He does a 5-minute melting period for the ice cream, softens it up. He comes back, he opens up, he looks over at me, he goes, I can't have this, can I? I said, no, ice cream's not on the cleanse. But it's just a habit. That's what he does at night.
Yeah.
And so it's really what we're kind of learning in these 3 days. And if you guys don't mind, I'll read a couple of these emails, of some of the emails I'm getting from these cleansers, because it's funny. I mean, these are just regular people like you and I. Just doing it, just seeing, you're not going to die to change your habits for 3 weeks. And why I call it finding your edge is you sort of push yourself to the edge of your habits, and then you see how resilient you are. And can I really not have that cup of coffee in the morning? It's 3 days of your whole life.
Right.
I said, check in if you will. And one woman emails me, I'm hungry. I have a headache. This is great. So another guy emails me, I almost lost a staring contest with some pizza today, and then I shut the fridge. Yeah. One woman said, this is a good one. I reaffirmed the things I learned last year in the Ironman training. It's amazing what you can do when you set your mind to it. That's a good one.
Awesome.
One woman said, I went into the grocery store and bought the biggest platter of pre-cut fruit. Now I have no money for 2 weeks. This one says, I started the day perky and happy, got a headache and became grumpy later. Not thrilled about the apple and protein shake I had for dinner, but laid in bed and thought, I'm tough and I can do this thing.
That's awesome.
So really, there's all sorts of funny things that we're finding out. But I guess there's a couple things. One, unless you practice change and practice pushing to your edge, not to sound too yogic, but when you are dealt with change, you actually have a deeper relationship with yourself, because it becomes like you and your change. Like, okay, how am I going to battle this, or how am I going to overcome this, or what am I going to do? So we got to have a great relationship with ourselves first, right? So if we practice little things like this with change, we learn how to take it out into bigger things that are, much more relevant, family, friends, all those other things. And the other thing that you learn is that attitude is your most important predictor of your success. It doesn't matter, and these people who are doing it, their education, their income, their position, their successes and failures in the past, it becomes about what's your attitude for these 3 days. So, we're learning some cool stuff, and we'll see what goes on. There's a lot of them listening today. I told them that, they were going to have some airtime today on 96.3
That is all good stuff.
So anyway, that's the deal.
All good stuff. And if you want to find out more, Christy talks with us every Wednesday, but you can look up online at KandringaProductions.com.
Great.
Don't hate us for having 3 cups of coffee already.
That's right. All right.